Look in there.
Why? Just normal.
Look in that nesting box.
What?
Today, we're going on a trip in a Jeep.
Welcome back to the channel. As Ransome just said, today we're going on a trip in the Jeep. And I've had a few questions about the Jeep, a few questions about does it run, is it, what kind is it, or what year is it, and that type of thing. So it does run. Its name is Willie, real original here. It's a 1960 Willys CJ6, and it's pretty much all original. The only thing we've really done to it is throw a aftermarket seat in the back and a little roll cage there, and added some seat belts for the kids. So a lot of people have asked about the Jeep, Ransome.
You can go show them how it's on the road later.
Remember in that video what we did to the Jeep that one time? What did we do?
Get stuck in the mud.
We got stuck in the mud. What else did we do?
We go up the hills and down the hills.
We got up and down the hills. We changed the oil. So that was one of the things we did. So I'm going to throw an iCard up right here.
Like this.
Just so you can, if you're interested in the Jeep, you can take a look back and.
If you get tired, you have a bottle of water.
And if you get tired, you get a bottle of water. You can check out some old video of the Jeep though. But right now, what are we going to do?
Look, so there.
Oh yeah, somebody's coming down our driveway. Hey, tell them what we're going to do right now.
Go work on a fence.
Yeah, we're going to go work on a fence. So we'd love to be working on the chicken coop, but we have to get our fence finished so we can turn our cows into our hayfield that you just saw the Amish bale not too long ago.
Oh, that's Uncle Eddie.
That's Uncle Eddie. So we're going to go ahead and head out and take a look at our fence and try to finish up a little bit of fencing projects. Okay, come along with us.
Come along with us.
All
Come
right.
along.
Ransome, what do you got back there?
Peppermints.
Peppermints. What else you got? It's a little bit of a bouncy ride in the old Jeep, but wouldn't really trade it for the world. So to give you an idea of the project we're working on is on this is the east side of our land, our 60 acres. There's a double fence. So I don't know if you can see over here, but there's one fence and two fences. So they're about 8 feet apart, and halfway across this east side of our place is a double fence, but the rest of the side, it's a single fence. And we've never had cattle in here in the 2 to 3 years we've lived here. And so one thing I'm wanting to do is get the cattle in here to graze down some of the grasses that aren't as desirable.
Open this.
Want me to open that for you? I'll open it up. So what we're working on, this project, is finishing up this double fence. The double fence. And so we'll just go through a little bit of what we're doing on it and show you the work we're doing. And this is keeping us from building our new chicken coop, isn't it, Ransome?
But it said how we can work on it. Someone have to come help you.
Someone's gonna have to come help me?
Yeah.
Can somebody come help me? Ransome wants to know. Please?
I will.
Oh, I gotta help her. All right, buddy. I just gotta open this water up.
Yeah.
But we'll show you details of this little project as you're coming along on Walker Farm. So I wasn't too sure if you could see that very good or not. So here's the idea. This is our fence. Right there's our neighbor's fence. And the whole purpose of this is to keep our bulls apart. So this is our only neighbor. He's got some nice Black Angus cattle over there. This is our only neighbor that has cattle. And if our bull and his bull ever get to touching on this fence line, usually if they put their noses together, just right here across the fence, they get into a fight and they can literally tear this fence down. So your options are to run a hot wire out here to keep them from doing that. Or since half of this has already been built in double fence, I can just finish out the double fence. So I'm gonna option for the second one, finishing out the double fence. That way I don't have to worry about it on down the road. And I know that there's plenty of space between our cattle and their cattle.
All right, so we don't really like to have babies during the summertime. To do the meat pen at our local fair, we have to have babies this time of year so that they're ready in September. But we got bad news the other day, and the local rabbit show at the Mays County Fair that we have bred our rabbits in the heat of the summer for has been canceled. Was you bummed, buddy? You gotta laugh about it though instead of cry, huh? Yeah. He's pretty bummed. We were looking forward to it. He did a great job at the fair last year. It was his first time showing. But this year, it is canceled. Look in that nesting box. Let me see, buddy. What is it?
It's a baby.
Good job, Bahama Mama.
It's so cute.
Doing good, aren't they? Count how many's in there for me.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 babies. Good job, Mama. You're doing good, baby.
Now you hear chew sounds. I'm chewing gum right now.
What you getting, baby?
Quail eggs.
Dutch almost made this too tall, huh?
I'm gonna
Him-
put 'em.
Him and Daddy even cut it, made it shorter so it'd fit in the trailer. Mazzie's having a lot of fun getting the quail eggs today. Kind of have to move them over a little bit so she can reach them. Standing on her tippy toes.
I can't get the last one. Can you scoot a little more, Mommy? Behind the camera.
Mama's usually always behind the camera, huh?
Sometimes Daddy is.
Sometimes Daddy is. Mama enjoys it though. Got
I got it
it.
with like 2 fingers up.
All right, I bet there's some more if we keep looking. Oh, there's Ransome. Gary leaving, so he wants to go with him. Well, Hank and I was hanging out right here by the hay bale, so even though he left me, we really prefer not to, oh, Hank's back. Hey, bub. You decided not to go with him? But we prefer not to breed our rabbits in the summertime because it is hot. But because of the local fair being in September, we have to. If you want to do the meat pen, which is what we do because we do meat rabbits. Sorry if this is bumpy. He's kind of wrestling my arm. But if you want to do meat rabbits in the meat pen, which is what we do because you can make it to the premium sale, your rabbits have to be, I think it's 70 days old. I always forget. I have it written down so I can look back. But so in order to do that, we have to have rabbits around this time of the year. When we found out that the rabbit show was canceled for the local fair, we were just devastated. Ranger was so bummed, and I have several kids in our 4-H program at school that we're planning on showing this year. This is going to be their first thing. They had gotten rabbits, and we'd kind of helped them out and stuff. And so this was going to be their first year to show, but it's canceled. So maybe you're wondering, why is the rabbit show canceled? So there is some kind of rabbit disease going around. I cannot remember the name of it, but I have to look every time. I'll put it in the description. But this rabbit disease is going around, and unrelated to what's going on in the world. But people are bringing their rabbits to the show, and then there'll be like one sick rabbit that's... Hank, I'm almost done, bub. I know. All right, let me get up. All right, sorry, I had to get up because Hank was wallering me to death. But there might be like one sick rabbit at the show, and then people not even know. And then every rabbit at the entire show takes it back, and it's like taking out people's flocks. But it was just killing every rabbit that people have. So because of that, in the state of Oklahoma, there are no rabbit shows until after, I think it's September 24th. And that gets into our rabbit show just by a couple of weeks. We would hate for something to happen and our rabbits get it. So we're gonna be very careful, but we were devastated. Ranger was really bummed. Mazzy was even thinking about showing this year, stepping out of her comfort zone. So it's a bummer, especially with everything that's been going on the last 3 or 4 months. It's just like one thing after another, after another, after another. And we just can't catch a break around here. So we were bummed, but life goes on.
All right, so we made it back here to our place. You can see right here, this is the post I just got finished up with yesterday. So today I'm going to be digging a second hole for the other side of our H brace.
Yeah.
So Ransome is checking out the work. He came back here with me the other day to help dig this hole. It's about 3 foot deep. And here's the rocks that were in it. Some pretty good sized ones. Luckily I didn't hit any huge rocks, but lots of little ones. And it was a tough digging sucker, wasn't it, Ransome? If you look down the fence row, you can see down here, I already built that fence going through the woods. So luckily that one's done. So all that's left now is from this H down to about right there. Just past those trees is where that's going to be at. So one little note right here about where this is going is right under that big power line. So the power company was actually supposed to come set an H right here and another H right there and put in a 16-foot gate. But they are about 6 months behind, and I don't really know when they're going to catch up. And I need this fence done now. So what I'm going to do is just put in this 1H and stretch the wire that direction, and then go ahead and leave this gap right here from here to the bottom of this little incline where I put my other H. And I will just put some cattle panels here until they can come back and put in that H and that 16-foot gate. And I'm mainly doing that because their gate and their H is free. And mine, well, I had to pay for that. That ain't no fun, is it, Ransome?
No, that's not fun.
All right. So the two tools that we're going to be using today is our rock bar, which is going to come in really handy because we had a lot of rocks back here, and my post hole diggers, which kind of work, kind of don't. We are in the record. We just went through June, and it was a record dry month here in Oklahoma, at least northeast Oklahoma. It's extremely dry. So this dirt is kind of like powder, doesn't really stick together. So these don't come in as useful, especially when you're getting rocks out. But we'll use this a lot today. So, all right, let's get started, Ransome.
Yep.
Rocks. Rock number 1 of 150. son?
You better go check our channel.
Gotta go check out our channel. Ransome, what do they do if they like your channel?
Give us a thumbs up and a notification, subscribe, and God bless.
God bless.
So it is stinking hot in Oklahoma, and when it's hot, we play in the water. So the kids are...
Watch this.
Yeah. So the kids are having a good time out here on this blow-up water slide. My mom found this on Facebook Marketplace and was a great deal, and the kids absolutely love it. So you can pick these things up at a lot of places. I'll link one like it down below. But the kids love it. It's a lot of fun. You guys like this?
Yeah, watch this. I'm gonna do a magic trick. Can you see me right here?
Whoa! Ransome! Don't do that. So it's a cool little thing. It is, the brand is called Kahuna, I guess. So it's a lot of fun. You need a water hose and you need a power outlet. So you hook up a water hose to this little thing, and that's what provides the water up there. And then this, you plug into electric to air it up. We've had several kids playing on it at once, and it's done a really good job.
All right, so it's been about 24 hours, and Ransome and I got the post all concreted in yesterday, and I came back today and went ahead and put a brace in. So I ran out of my normal 6-inch, 6 to 8 inch by 8 foot long treated wood post. So I just used a treated 4x4 that I had in the shop, and I think that'll do good for now. So this isn't really a how-to, but just to show you what I did here is took a notch out of this post with my chainsaw, my good trusty Steel MS390, just so it would fit up flat against that post. And I notched it about 4 inches right here, and then cut this 4x4 brace to length. Put it in there, got it nice and tight to where I kind of had to hammer it in. And then I went ahead and put a 3-inch screw just back about 1 inch to 1.5 inches on the bottom, the side, and over here on the other side. That's really just to hold this up here until I get my brace wires in, because once I get my wires on going both directions on this brace, going here and here, it's going to suck it together and pull it in from both sides to make that tight. So that's how I'm making this little wood corner. We have a lot of corners that are metal. Sometimes I'll put another brace right down here. Depending on which direction I'm pulling, I'll put a brace in. But for the length I'm going on this little strand of fence, this is going to be enough for what I'm doing today. Me and Ransome are back at it today on a sunny July 4th. We are back here working on the fence. Ransome's about done. He's been with me about 20 minutes. Is it too hot for you?
Yeah.
Tell me how hot it is.
Hungry.
What?
Hungry.
100 degrees. 100 degrees is what he said. I don't know if it's 100, but it's about 95 at least. And it rained this morning, We're super thankful for the rain. We got about 1 inch. So July's off to a good start.
About to flood.
About to flood, he said. But it made it humid. And so I'm out here with my long sleeve Carhartt and my hat, trying to stay shaded and out of the sun, but it is humid. But I got my brace on the fence post, and now we're gonna go ahead and put a couple of wire braces on. So I'm just gonna, well, I got Ransome here to record. Are you gonna record for me?
Yeah.
He's gonna be Ransome cam. We'll show you how we tighten up these fence braces a little bit. I'm just doing half of it right now. I'll come back after I bring him to the house and do the other half. Tell him what I'm doing, Ransome.
Today, my dad's working on that, that thing, like.
What we're gonna do, I want it like this, so when I'm done, I want to be able to take the, are you holding it steady? Okay, so when I'm done, I want to be able to take this and nail it in right here. So now, I'm just gonna take this wire I've got attached at the top of that post and the bottom of that one. Ransome, over here, buddy. And we're gonna just wrap this thing tight, tight, tight. This is also gonna add strength to my brace because I'll be able to nail this wire off right here and right here. And see, once I get it where I want it, just spin it around like that right there.
Yeah,
but
like
I want it a little bit tighter. All right, so I can feel that one's getting pretty tight. I can kind of hear the wire. How's it look, Ransome?
Good.
Ransome says it looks good. We'll do a close up here. So we've got this nailed off here. We've got it tight. I want it to sound about like a guitar string when I'm done with it. I've got just one steeple down there. So I'm going to get that good and tight. And then I will just put a steeple right here to hold that tight. And it also helps brace this middle brace up. I'm going to do one. I did one this way. I'm going to do one that way. And then we'll be ready to run our wire and start stretching off of it. You can see there's 100 ways of building these. This one was built many years ago. One side of it is an old telephone pole. This one is just a 4 to 5 inch post treated. And you know, it's still holding in there. This is only about a 3 inch brace, but they ran wires both sides. They've kind of loosened up now. But as you can tell, this fence has held cows for probably 20 years at least. So whatever you got, same concept. If you can just achieve it. This is what I had. I already had these posts, and I had that 4x4, so I went ahead and used that. Where I'm at right here, I like metal too, but this is a lot more economical as far as price goes. And so that's what we did today. All right, so I just dropped Ransome back off at the house, and I took some briskets that we have. They were sitting on the grill, and I've got them wrapped up in foil now, and get those smoking another 3 or 4 hours. And we'll be enjoying those tonight for the 4th of July. So I just want to tell everybody that we wish you a happy 4th of July. We hope you have a great time with family and friends. Stay safe, wash your hands. But we want to thank each and every one of you for watching the videos. Thank you for subscribing and keeping up and commenting. If you have any questions about the Jeep after checking out those other videos, just let me know. I love to talk Jeep because it's one of our favorite things here on Walker Farm that helps get us around and helps us do work on the farm. So until next time, I hope you guys have a great day and God bless. See you on the next one.